This is Val, this is how you do it. Child, look at your girl. Look at your girl. Look at this eye. Look at this eye. This my eyelash. It was lifting up, so I went on and took it on off. I done took my hair down. I caught myself doing a twist. It's looking like it's so rough. It's not gonna act right today. Trying to get that second twist out of it. So I'm gonna take this scarf and put it around my head, y'all. I'm gonna do like the movie stars do. I'm gonna take this scarf and I'm gonna tie it to one side, like right here. Bring the knot over here, and tie them knot. I say the old movie stars. I don't know about the young folks. See, it's a little too far to the front. Let's put it behind my ear. And now this part right here, lift this up a little bit. Bring some, cover the gray that's starting to come out. And the men will say, oh, don't worry about that gray hair. It's fine. You look good. Just embrace your gray. A man can say that because he looks all beautiful and distinguished and a little sexy with a hint of gray in his temples and a little gray, distinguishing little spots. And he gonna tell you to embrace your gray when the first thing he look at ain't got a gray spot on him. If you know. let me. Men, they love to tell you how you. Oh, you're beautiful. You're natural. You look great. Embrace your naturalness. Keep on listening to that, hey? And then the first time he step out on you, the girl be so young, so pretty, almost throw you to the floor. Keep letting yourself go. Oh, child, I ain't got to keep my hair up. And if you're gonna wear gray, have it fixed to the nine. Cause my mom used to have gray hair, and she liked her gray hair, and the way she embraced her gray hair. When she did wash her hair, that blue rinse and all that kind of stuff that old people get when they do their hair, she used to do her hair so her gray would sparkle and shine, glisten in the light. It would have that shininess to it. So even with the gray hair, you got to keep it up. Even if it's doing something to it to rinse the gray, to make the gray sparkle and shine, and then you have it long down your back with the curls down in it. You hear what I'm saying? Don't let nobody fool you now. Honey, that's got to be fixed to the nine too, with all these folks that saying embrace your gray. Don't let that gray hair just stick on your head and you don't do nothing with it. Yeah. Yeah. Especially when you got a face that don't crack. Nobody will never know how old you is. Your face don't crack, so. Right. The only way people know how old I am is I tell them. They know I'm old enough. I got kids and this, that, and the other. But when I first meet somebody, even this is a fine young thing in his 30s or a fine young thing in his 20s, and I hang out with him long enough and get to smiling and giggling and stuff like that. Honey, a 20-some-year-old, I have to figure out how old I am, but my conversation will let them know that I'm mature. But I'm telling you now, if I didn't say now, I'll be running around these college campuses with some young thing. You hear me? Going to the games, going to the stumps. Yeah. That's where the women come from. They tell you never tell nobody how old you are. If a woman tell her age, she'll tell anything. Well, I guess I tell anything. Yep, yep, yep. When I broke up with my first husband, I was dating a guy. He was at least 12 years younger than I was. Yeah. I think he was in his 20s, and I was in my about 30, 30 some. Yeah. 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 He played semi-pro football. Hey, what you talking about? Yeah. That's why I say, unless you tell somebody how old you are, they don't necessarily know. You do your hair. You keep your hair done every 2 weeks. And then you learn how to communicate with the young. And you can do it all over again. Think about that. That's your second chance to do it all over again with a young person just starting out. You can lead them and guide them and direct them. Help them avoid the pitfalls of life. Let me stop. I'm just playing this. I don't even know how I even got in that conversation. Oh, yeah. It's don't crack. Cover that gray. That's how we got on it. I'm looking for my eyelash glue, y'all. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, I do have my coffee this morning, and my hair standing all over my head. And plus, I got this to the side. Look. See that? The shirt. Y'all see that? Now, this was a shirt bought by a young man. The son, the one that's 36, 35, 36. But still, a youthful person bought it. When I was dating that guy, like I say, I was really thin before I met Willie. I was wearing those feli shoes, the feli jeans, and they kind of sagged a little bit. And I had a belt. The young man dressed me. And the Tommy Hilfiger thing was out then. I was wearing Tommy Hilfiger jeans and shoes and stuff like that. And he picked out the clothes for me to wear. And and I blended right in with those young people for us things that was going on with that young man. And he wasn't a club or a dancer. He was more of a mature person for his age. Yeah. That was just my my rebound man. You know, the one that helped you get over 15 years of marriage. Well, 17 years, actually. Yeah. I think I stayed with him for about 2 years. Then I kind of outgrew him. It's already outgrown him, but I'm just saying, it's just that he, like I say, semi-pro football player, and he was jealous of me. He thought he couldn't hang on to me, and I was sweeping the sidewalk one day, and a car slowed down and looked at me, and he said, "Nigga, you better drive that car." See, he was jealous. And then when I would go to the gym to work out, I had a beeper and a cell phone, and he would call me on my phone, and I told him I was going to the gym. No, he didn't call me on my phone. He called the gym and asked for me. But I had a beeper and a cell phone strapped to my hip, while I was working out. That showed me then. I was watching his attitude that he was very jealous. And my sister called me because I had my own business within my house, so I was self sufficient. And my sister called me one time, and he said, "Who on the phone?" He was fussing at me about who I'm talking to on the phone. And I said, "Wait a minute. This is my house. I pay my phone bill, and I can talk to whoever I want to on my phone." Because he was getting a little too possessive. And don't you know that man turned like this and went like that and backhand me. I lifted off the floor and fell on the bed. You know what I did? I didn't cry. I didn't cry. I could feel the welt swelling up in my face. And I could feel, his fingerprints getting in my face. I was real quiet. And I said like this. I said, "You done messed up now. Get your stuff and get out of my house, because I'm not going to pay to have someone beat me." And from that day, he started begging to me, "Please, please, please, beg. I don't hear no please, please, please." Because I had already been through a marriage and a man falling to his knees, grabbing me around the waist, crying, saying I didn't do this, and then I found out he was a big liar. So when this guy did that, I was like, looked him calmly, "Get your stuff and leave." I didn't argue, I didn't fret, I didn't do no whole bunch of call the police, whatever. Get your stuff and leave. And from that day to this day, I haven't had nothing else to do with him. It's just that easy. See, sometimes people think they got you tied up and locked down so much that you so in love that, "Oh, she mad, she'll take me back." And then when I looked in the mirror, I could see his hand in my face. I said, "No, you got to go." And then that's one thing that I learned. It's not about him being young. It's about him being abusive and having a temper. So I think that it really didn't have nothing to do with youth, because you can get an old man that act like that. It's the man, And I had been with him 2 years, and I was like, it wasn't nothing for me to say, "Okay, we through. Bye." And I was dating the next week. I'm through with that. We do not have to take a beating from a man. You ain't got to do that. And you ain't got to tear my face up or beat me down for me to know it's time for you to go. One hit, the very first one, I threw him out. And I heard about him years later from another friend that said they had ran into him and talked to him, and he had a girlfriend, and they said he was beating her from here to there. Say the girl looked messed up, and she's light skinned like me, and he was beating her. And see, I'm like, that's just what's the nature of that beast. He was a fighter. He was jealous. And then you got to watch the signs of a jealous man. At first, it's all sweet, it was all honey, it was all sugar. And everything was lovely, the romance of the relationship. And then I started, like I said, picking up on that stuff. Like when I go somewhere, he called the place. Because at that time, like I said, everybody's sporting a phone and a beeper, And why are you calling the place where I'm supposed to be when you can contact me directly? That means you're trying to make sure I'm there. And then I got to stop what I'm doing and go to their phone. And then you start arguing with strangers for looking at me. Something wrong with that. Something wrong with that. A man gonna look. But you ain't gotta act a fool while you're looking at your woman. This just a little straight talk. Maybe somebody need to hear that. I'm gonna tell you, I am 53 years old, and I have lived a life. So I have been through some things. And I have learned from some things. I haven't told everything that I've ever been through in life on this in this forum. But for those ladies that are going through an abusive relationship, or think that the man may be abusive because of the way he talked to you, because abuse can start out with demeaning a person, bringing a person down, making a person feel low. But I had so much self-confidence, I never did feel low in that relationship, because your girl, I was older. I knew my self-worth. I knew myself. I knew um what made me feel good. And it went out about what I did for myself is because I did it to make the man feel good, to make the man look good. I look good on his arms, don't get me wrong. But I had my own inner goodness that came out and shine. And see, some men can't stand it. They can't stand that you got a natural glow, a natural energy that people gravitate to. Because he wants you in a little box, and you just shine just for him. He take you out and he sets you on a shelf, and then you shine just for him. He wants you shining that the world can see your glow. Instead, see, they want to snuff out your light. Don't let nobody snuff out your light. But be careful with your exit. Be careful with your exit. Because if he think he got you beat down and terrified, the way I'm looking at you like now, see, he didn't know what I would do to him. I got quiet. I stared and I looked. You got to go. Because he didn't know I could have cut him to east to west, killed him in his sleep. That's the way I look at him. So he's scared to stay with me. You got to go. You get me? Because if you stay here, you may wake up in the next life. But I ain't threatening. But he felt that. Hang around if you want to. Yeah. I'm not condoning it, y'all. That was just the look I gave. And you best believe it. Yeah. It don't take no rocket scientist to know if a man backhand a little bitty girl, size 5, he backhand her and she actually leap up off the floor and fall. And he plays semi-pro football. Come on. No. Muscles and ripples everywhere. And he was 6 feet some. Way taller than me. So he looked older than me because of the way I looked at that time. And the way he was built, how heavy and muscular and tall he was over me. At that time, I was one of them little bitty things you can pick up and take in the next room. Can't pick me up now. Well, I'm just doing a little real talk with you right now, y'all. Yeah, I'm looking at the time now. Every time I look at the time, I bet y'all say, "Val, don't run now." I'll be getting ready to run. I got a little lifting up. Look like on this side right here. Look. I'm going to have to repair that, y'all. I reuse my lashes. I don't know about y'all over in video land. Y'all got it so together. Y'all don't really use them. Y'all just throw them in the trash. No, I know some of you. I know I'm just talking. No, y'all don't do that. Y'all just let me. Honey, I need to do something with these eyebrows. Honey. I meant for us shaping them. At that time in my life, I would have hurt somebody. That's why I say we grow as a people. I would have hurt him. I would have took him out in the sleep. Would have stole him in the middle of the night. What have? And when they thought of nothing else of it. It's better for him to leave. All this hanging out with, well, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna stop right there because I almost said something. All this staying with somebody that treat you like a dog. You ain't got to put it with it. Call the law. Get them out. I don't like to get to the point where you got to get the folks involved, because when they first talk to you any kind of way, you need to stop it right then. Stop it right then. Who you think you're talking to? I'm not your child. Matter of fact, I got grown kids on my own. I'm not going to feed you and take care of you, and then you talk to me any kind of way. I'm not going to do that. Because I will be feeding you for the last time. This will probably be your last meal. How did know your girl had a temper, did you? I got a quiet temper. And those quiet tempers are the people you really need to look out for. I tell anybody, if a man mistreating you, even if you love him, leave him. Best thing to do. If you love him, walk away from him. He'll be better off. Because he'll be better off, because if a man start out with doing the first woman like that, and then she let him get away with it, he'll continue to do it. So you actually training him to be abusive. And if you would have stood up to him when he did you like that, maybe he wouldn't have did the next woman like that. And I say maybe because the one I was with, it was in his nature. And the people talked about how bad he beat that girl that came after me, and she was much younger than I was. So in love, and had a baby for him and everything. And they talk about how he did her. I feel so sorry for her, because he could be so loving and so kind, but then he had that abusive nature. Sad. And that part that I saw is what attracted me to him, because he was like real friendly. That kind of person where how you see him on TV and they say, oh, he's such a good person. He does this activities with this. He does this, that, or the other. Everybody on the outside love him. He's one of those that whoever he met, everybody thought he was the best thing walking. But nobody really knows what goes on behind closed doors. One of them kind. The one that if a woman told you that he beat you, if a woman say, well, he beat me, you wouldn't believe him. You wouldn't believe him. He too nice for that. He too kind. He too gentle. He just sparkle when he walking along. Y'all wouldn't believe him. One of them. Well, y'all, I'm going to leave y'all with that. And I'm going to do something to my hair, because I haven't been on here too long. And I stayed with that conversation for a while. For some of y'all people that may be going through something, y'all don't hurt the man. Now, I just well, at that time, that's the way I was feeling. Don't hurt the man. Walk away. Walk away. Don't go to jail. Don't risk your life by going to jail for something like that. And don't end the life or risk the life, or give your security up, or lose your children behind hurting somebody. Walk away. Walk away. Find a safe way of leaving. And I pray for you in Jesus' name that you have a safe exit. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.